Hi, Ryan Michael Galloway here, again with Tom Creason. I'm with We Don't Need No Stinking Record Company.com, but we are at the Texas Musician Museum, and I got to tell you, it's under a relatively small space that is absolutely crammed with cool stuff. This has got stuff in it from bands who have visited Texas, from stuff that we grew up right here. Texas has got a phenomenally rich history between the rock and roll and the blues and the country and all the stuff that developed right here. And I understand that you're kind of a veritable expert about all this stuff.
Well, I don't claim to be an expert. But
maybe there isn't such.
It would take you lifetimes to be an expert in Texas music. So.
Well, but tell us a little bit about the museum so that we can maybe attract some people to come by down here. Now I know it's visited by people all over the world. You've had folks from everywhere, it seems like. You got some high spots you'd like to tell us about, or just give us a general overview?
Well, one of our kind of featured exhibits that we've had here for some time is the actual casket that Big Bopper was buried in 1959, which is probably the most unique piece of rock and roll history that exists in the world.
That he was buried in.
Yes, and you're probably asking, doesn't he need it?
Yeah.
What happened was they had, through the encouragement of the state and the cemetery, they wanted to move his casket to another part of the cemetery where they would be able to erect a marker. He was in an area where they only allowed ground level markers.
I see.
So they finally decided to move it at the approval of the family. But the family decided to do something. They wanted to do an autopsy because there had been a lot of speculation after this crash when they found Buddy Holly's pistol after the snow had melted. So there was talk and rumors about maybe JP had gotten shot and tried to crawl after the crash, and that may have caused the crash. So they felt they wanted to find out if this may have been the case.
Huh.
So they opened up the casket, found him in there perfectly preserved 48 years later.
Huh.
It was pretty amazing. They did the autopsy, found no bullet interludes, and certainly found out he had died immediately. But by law, you have to inter his. You can't inter the body into the same casket. You got to put him into a new casket.
Oh, bizarre.
So the family had this piece and really didn't know what to do with it. And we felt it was a great way to not only use as a great symbol for a day called the Day the Music Died, but also a way to really educate people on his history, because a lot of people don't know the amazing things he did, including writing the song White Lightning, also the song Riding Bear, and also creating the very first rock and roll music videos in 1958 that probably not a lot of people have seen.
Yeah, well, that's incredible, and you have it right here.
Yes,
and it's
we do.
What, sitting on the front porch? Or?
Yeah, we got it on a little side alcove area here.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing. That is an incredible story. Well, right now, I think we need to close that one, this post off. I'm Ryan Michael Galloway. I'm here with Tom Creason of the Texas Musician Museum in Hillsboro, Texas. What's your website?
It's TexasMusiciansMuseum.com, TexasMusicMuseum.com. You'll find it either way.
Anything close, sounds like.
Yeah.
So great. All right. And I'm with We Don't Need No Stinking Record Company.com.